Keep this in mind. When you have formed an assumption that everybody doesn't like you, and the strength of belief for this assumption, the strength of conviction that you have for this assumption is built on very strong evidence from past experience, from past history, where somebody important to you, it could be a parent, a sibling, a caretaker, a teacher, told you to your face that they don't like you and that nobody could ever like you, you're difficult, you're this or that. And you took that very seriously, you believed what they said. What is likely to happen is that in your present experience, in your present life, the way that you interact with people, you're going to be looking for evidence to confirm the assumption that you already hold that everybody doesn't like you. And so in situations where people express a dislike for you, you fit right in because you're used to that. That aligns with the way you feel about people not liking you. But if you find yourself in a situation where somebody expresses genuine interest in you, then that is going to challenge the assumption that you have. That's going to make you a bit uncomfortable, maybe even distress you. And if you try to sit in that discomfort, you might have a chance at actually noticing that you carry an assumption that is no longer true. But if you don't sit in that discomfort, you are going to try to rationalize yourself out of believing the genuineness in somebody else liking you. And so you're going to say to yourself, they don't mean it, they're not genuine, they're not sincere, it couldn't be true. And as you rationalize yourself out of that, you find yourself coming back to the assumption that you already hold about yourself, that everybody doesn't like you. And so what happened to your past is exactly what is happening in your present. And this happens especially when you're not aware of the assumption that you hold about yourself. Now, what you want to do if you are in this situation is just become observant. Listen to what the other person is saying. Try as much as possible to quiet the noise in your head and just allow the other person to speak. Pay attention to what the other person is saying. You might realize that what they're saying and what you're hearing are two different things. And so it's not so much that people don't like you. It's not so much that it's true, the evidence you're collecting that people don't like you. Rather, it is the assumptions that you have that people don't like you that make you feel unliked or unlikable. So you're interacting more with your own thoughts than with people. You're interacting more with these negative assumptions that you hold about yourself than with other people. And so that brings about a distortion in the way that you perceive reality. Your reality is the assumptions that you have. Everyone you see is going to dislike you the same way that person in the past disliked you. That's how you see them. So you're not meeting new people. You're meeting new faces, but you're putting the same words in them that they don't like you. And so then your present predictably tells us how your future is going to be, that you're going to carry the same assumption and you're going to be looking for evidence and clues in your interactions with people to prove that you're not likable.